I'm Candice Lee. I'm the host of Community Kitchens, and welcome to another episode. Today, you're going to visit us in my kitchen, and we're talking with Bob Baldacci, a familiar name in Maine, and he is going to make some Italian specialties. Don't forget, his parents owned Mama Baldacci's, and you're going to know how to do an antipasto, spaghetti and meatballs, and a very special dish that I'm going to keep as a surprise for later. So welcome to our show.
Well, thank
Bob
you,
Baldacci.
Candice.
Come
it's
forward.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm excited to be sharing a few family recipes with you today. We're going to start out with an antipasto. It's also a favorite of my brother John's.
You remember John Baldacci, governor of Maine?
Hopefully they do.
Of course they do.
But anyway, so let's start with an antipasto.
Okay.
We're going to be doing spaghetti with a pomodoro sauce and another recipe that Candice alluded to that I have not seen on a menu anywhere since we closed the original Baltimore restaurant in 1970. So it should be interesting. And anyway, let's start with the antipasto.
And the Baltimore restaurant was the predecessor of Mama Baldacci.
That's correct. That's correct. We opened it in 1933 with my grandmother and grandfather, and it was quite a place. It really was. Anyway, antipasto. We take some nice fresh lettuce, and first of all, I love your kitchen. I think it's awesome.
You're a little
but you
tall
know what?
for my hood.
Well, it's all right. But you know what we got to start with first, Candice? A glass of wine.
I agree.
All right. So let's do
that's
that.
Quite novel for my show.
No,
Maybe we'll put it in.
Yes.
And
So-
these are mixed greens. These are lovely, like microgreens, I think.
There you go.
Grazie
You know,
tante.
grazie. And anyway, you just
Now, what you don't know is that I'm full-blooded Italian. My parents came from southern Italy. His grandparents on one side came from northern Italy, from Lucca, where Puccini came from.
That's right.
So, you know, we might get carried away in this show because we both, two Italians loving to cook.
salute,
Chin chin.
salute, chin chin. All right, moving right along, antipasto. It's just a great dish. Very simple. You can vary it however you want, but I love these vine-ripened tomatoes.
When we can't get the ones that are grown by the
I know.
little farmers.
You know what I miss about Italy is the vegetables are so fresh, and
Yeah.
I've never eaten a tomato like I have in Italy, and I have yet to come across anything that even comes close. Hopefully I won't cut myself here, but we sprinkle a few tomatoes, and then now some people like them, some people don't. Anchovies. I happen to love anchovies, and we used to put a couple of anchovies in the mix.
For those of you who are squeamish about anchovies, you should try soaking them in milk. You should try taking a little sharp knife and trying to take away some of the little fine bones that most of us don't mind. And just give it a try because they give such a depth of flavor.
They really do.
You know, you can never get a Caesar salad without, well, it isn't a real Caesar salad unless it has anchovy that you don't even know is there. But it gives a flavor that's not easy to duplicate.
So we have provolone, courtesy of Macucci's Italian Grosseria.
If you don't know about Macucci's, you must put it on your list of places to
Absolutely.
go. The finest Italian grocery store, I don't know, at least in Portland.
A little Genoa salami. And this is pretty close to the ingredients that we used to serve and how we prepared it at the Baltimore and at Mama Baldacci's. You can cut these. Boy, that looks so good.
Very artistic, Bob.
You have to be. It's part of the Italian blood.
Yes, it is.
So, and you know, the thing I love about this is it's just very colorful.
Look at this.
Yeah, isn't this nice? It's very simple. No, you know, special degree from the Culinary Institute to do this. But although this dish,
He's alluding to my degree.
that's correct. Some red pepper. You can also put in pepperoncini. You can put in.
Have you ever tried those pepperdew peppers? They've got a lovely flavor. It's sort of not hot, but a little sweet to it that makes it very nice.
I have not.
They're little fat ones.
This is
Sorry.
caponata. It's eggplant appetizer. We make our own from scratch, but this particular product is actually very good.
It's
cento, and we put that right in the middle, and it's absolutely delicious.
Shall I cut some bread?
Let's cut some bread, and then at this point, olive oil, vinegar, a little salt and pepper, which you need for just about everything, and you have a nice antipasto. So we prepared this to start with. Now, grazie.
Yeah. There you go.
Voila. Olive oil and vinegar and salt and pepper, and we'll be fine. Now, we need to heat these up.
Okay.
We need to boil some water, and the next thing that I'm going to do is cut up some garlic for our sauce. And our garlic is...
We probably want to tidy this
right
up
here.
a bit.
Yep. We do. And that's the other thing about cooking, Candice. I think the worst thing in the world is to have debris and a mess, because you're not organized well, and so clean up as you're going along.
But we all know that in an Italian household, the boys don't have to do anything.
I don't know about
the
that.
mama and the sisters all do it.
Well, in our household, the boys did everything. We washed the dishes. We did it all.
Ah.
And we started working in the restaurant when we were like 7 or 8 years old. You know, we were exempt from the child labor laws, literally. And
You were.
washing dishes at the restaurant when we were very young, but it was a phenomenal education. Garlic. I love garlic. It's an absolute essential ingredient in any kind of Italian dish. And take the skin off. And we're going to cut it. We're going to add it to the base of our sauce. I'm just dicing it right here. Did I do that the correct way? From your Culinary Institute education.
It's fine, Bob. It's
All right. We need a little olive oil, extra virgin, right
there.
here. Let's do it here.
Should we put the pasta in?
Yes, we should.
Okay. Shall I do that while you do the other?
Yes.
A little salt.
Again, this is the dry pasta, very good quality from Italy. I would also highly recommend, if you want really handcrafted pasta, Pacciarino, which is a restaurant in Portland. Here, do you want to do the honors?
Yes, I do.
And
I'm not going to do the whole pound.
no, you don't have to. We want to heat this up here for our other secret recipe. As this browns a little bit, we're putting in San Marzano diced tomatoes from Italy. You can take whole plum tomatoes peel them, seed them, dice them, but it's pretty much the same thing as what came out of the can. But what I like about them is the fact that these are from Italy and pretty close to the real thing. Because it's tough to find really good tomatoes. You can at the farmer's market on Wednesdays in downtown Portland. Have the producers there have a fantastic variety of vegetables. But we'll let this simmer and cook for a bit. And now we're going to put in some salt and pepper.
From Turkey.
From Turkey. The other part of my heritage is Lebanese. Am I doing it right?
Fine.
And maybe at some point in the future we can do some Lebanese dishes. But
what would you do if you were doing?
Oh, I would do kibbe and za'atar, which is a Lebanese herb bread, tabbouleh, real tabbouleh, and a number of fantastic dishes that my grandmother taught me. As you could tell, I do like to cook.
It's all about those.
Did we put salt in here?
Yes, we did. It's
Thank
all
you.
about those grandmothers. You grandmothers
is.
out there, it's your duty.
I'm going to lower this a tad.
It's your duty to teach those
Halfway.
little children in your
Absolutely.
home.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is quite hot now.
This one is.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just going to put some sauce for the,
What's that one?
this one here. Okay, this is just regular marinara sauce that we picked up for the other dish. Normally I'd try to use the same sauce, but we're trying to fast track this. Putting in some meatballs, some handmade meatballs that we made earlier. And also putting a few in the pomodoro sauce, marinara sauce. Okay.
So what were the best sellers at Mama Baldacci's? What were the things that...
Well, at the time, and again, you realize this, we're talking the 50s and 60s
Yeah,
when it was in
so-
its prime. Spaghetti and meatballs,
lasagna,
which today, you know, is considered passé.
pedestrian.
Pedestrian. That's you wouldn't find spaghetti and meatballs at Cinque Terre or Brescia.
No, absolutely not.
But that was a staple.
And also it was a time when there were a lot of Italian immigrants still around, and that's
And so
that
we
was
had the ravioli
what they
and the
loved.
lasagna and the manicotti and all of those dishes, which were terrific but very, very basic. And so anyway, moving right along. This is cooking well.
Does that need any stirring or anything?
It does need a little stirring. And
Here.
the other thing that I
Yeah.
want to do, you're welcome to do it.
Thank you.
Basil. I love the smell of basil. I put it
Yeah.
in pizza. I put it in pasta sauces, just to add a nice little flavor to it.
It has a natural affinity for tomatoes.
Doesn't it? It's just great. Now, how's that pasta doing?
It's got quite a ways to go.
Yeah. We like it cooked al dente.
Which
All right.
means to the tooth.
To the tooth. I'm glad you know a little bit of Italian. That helps. So anyway, meatballs are cooking well with the sauce. Now, this hopefully will surprise a few people. We used to have a dish on the menu at the Baltimore called Meatball Royale and Sausage Royale. It was kind of a takeoff off a dessert, like a Royale sundae, except it was prepared accordingly. cottage cheese as a base. And scusa. Do you have a bigger spoon for the...
Yes, of course I do.
This is called a meatball royale. Meatballs.
Here's
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you, Candice. Little sauce. Believe it or not, it is absolutely delicious. We used to serve this, it was a concoction that one of our customers asked for, and it became a staple on our menu at the Baltimore for many, many years. You could do the same thing with sausage, and it's the combination of the sauce, the cheese, and the meatballs is terrific.
I suppose you could put ricotta in that.
You could put ricotta, which would actually give it a more refined taste. That's exactly right. So it's very good. Anyway, this is coming along well. And how's our pasta doing? You want me to do it? You do it.
You keep asking me. How is it?
How is that?
Here, try it. It's hot, hot, hot.
Well, it's going to cook anyway in that pan.
I know, but do you think it needs to cook a little more?
Just a tad more.
A tad more, yeah.
Just a little bit. So, and then we have the Italian bread, which again is a staple. We obviously don't have time to make a bread, but I loved making bread as a kid growing up.
I never
My
liked to
grandmother-
make bread.
You never did? I
Never.
love getting your hands into it and kneading it, and it's almost a spiritual.
That's
spiritual
wonderful. I
thing.
always lost interest. I never kneaded it enough, and my French bread would always come out like baseball bats. You think I
Really?
should put that in?
I would think so.
All right.
Let's put it in the
Well, you
colander.
know
Want
what?
me
We
to do
can just
that?
do-
What do you think? Or you want to
Oh.
strain it and then...
All right. Why don't you wait? It might be hot. Is it too hot? I have pot holders.
Yeah, and I don't want to burn myself on your show here.
No, I don't want you to burn yourself either.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Right in this.
All right, so we're going to dump it in here.
Yep.
And then that's going to go right in there. And, oh my God, that looks good.
It does.
It looks so good. And it's so simple. It's so simple. I mean, now there are sauces you can make all day long and let it prep all day long, and those are fantastic. But I wanted to do something that would be, for the viewing audience, that would be very quick, easy to put together. And basically, we've got three different. Yeah, you want to do the honors there?
Okay. This is Pecorino Romano, which I like sometimes even more than Parmigiana Reggiano.
Yes.
It has a little saltier taste, and if it's a very simple dish, sometimes it's what's needed.
Candice, that looks great, if I do say so myself. It really does.
Now is this
All right.
finished?
This is done. I mean, we
Oh.
can eat this.
Well, let me get a couple of plates, and they're over here. My kitchen is wonderful, but it's really made for one person, I think.
I love your kitchen. It's great. I love the stove.
It's a wonderful stove. Okay, so now,
Tongs.
do you want to do this, or do you want to do tongs?
I like doing tongs.
Okay.
But,
Just a tiny bit for me to taste.
just a little bit for you to taste. Okay, let me mix it up a little bit. Get a little sauce on it.
Fantastico. Bob, we should try the Royale. Do you
Oh,
mind?
yes. No, let's
Shall
do
I
it.
serve you?
Please. You
Put that
make a
right on
little
the-
room.
This looks Fascinating. I can't wait to try.
All right. Let's enjoy. Delicioso. It is very good. I think ricotta would be a little better.
But this is very, very nice.
It is. And the pasta?
Very nice.
Well, thank you. I've really
You
enjoyed
know,
it.
I don't think there's anything, a better comfort food than pasta, do you? Pasta and tomato sauce have got to beat mashed potatoes.
I agree with that. This is great.
Why don't we go sit and have this and also have the antipasto and chat a little more?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So, that's so
There.
pretty. All that needs now is to be dressed.
Yes.
And
And you made the dressing.
I did.
Can you tell us what you did?
Yes, it was a dressing my mother made in 2 minutes. She used cider vinegar, 1/3 vinegar, 2/3 of a cup of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and just salt and pepper. And I think we here. Thank you.
All right. I'll give you a little bit of everything here.
Okay, that looks great.
And a little caponata.
Caponata.
You like that?
I do.
Okay. Well. Good.
Thank you.
I'll do the same.
This is really a revelation. This cottage cheese with a tomato
It's
sauce.
ridiculously simple, and but it's pretty tasty. And
I don't know whether you
just
know
a fun.
that,
It's a fun item.
Bob has a new show on Channel 5. It's Baldacci Business
On business.
Baldacci on business.
Very excited to be hosting the show and doing it with the Community Television Network. And it's a show designed to help people who are interested in starting their own business and to give them the tools and techniques and actually the confidence that they can do it if they are willing to apply their time and energy, and they can be successful. So that I'm looking forward to. We had our first show last week, and very happy with the results.
Good, good. Well, let's
Manja.
eat. Manja.
Yes.
See you next time.